Hey everybody, and welcome to another one of my PGA model breakdowns here for Awesemo.com, where I go over my model for the week, which, of course, if you're an Awesemo Plus member, you're familiar with. If you're not, well, good. This is a perfect video for you to come and learn a bit about it and what I do. And what I do a little bit different from, of course, my guys here at Awesemo and what we provide, it meshes quite well. So let's dive right in here to my model. And this is the opening page. I am still in Excel. Call me old-fashioned, call me whatever you want to call me. That's what I use. I at least make it look as pretty as I can. Okay, so this is what you do when you download it. This is what you get. You get the full model, as you can see here in the tabs on below. And of course, if this is your first time coming to the video, great. My review will be perfect for you. If you've visited me before and seen this, I'm sorry. I try and talk as quickly as I can so I can get through it. All right, so when you download it, you start on the full model. Across, you'll see a bunch of different tabs. We'll go over that in a second. First, we'll start on the full model and we'll go across. I've got the odds and salary information. I've got the OWGR, the base model rank, the make your own model rank, MYOM, your odds, your salaries, the ownership between my ownership and Awesemo's ownership, the base rating model, the make your own rating model. So those are the ratings. So when you upload to Fantasy Cruncher, you have to upload a rating or a projected points. That's what that is. Then of course I go in strokes gained from last year and this year. Then I give you the top correlated stats that are not strokes gained from this year. Then I give you 2019 approach proximity. We're coming up close to the point where it's probably going to be 2020 approach proximity. Again, this is just on the home page. I give you both on the tab below, which I'll get into in a second. 6 weeks of recent form, 5 years of course history, and then of course the new addition, the DraftKings points and field rank for, it looks like, all the tournaments. I just forgot to put in the name there, so don't worry, I'm just typing in so you guys can see. It's the Classic, all the way back to the RSM over the fall circuit, so you can see a good amount, and a perfect example last week. Tommy Fleetwood put up 85 points. Gives him third. If he had put up 85 points in Puerto Rico or WGC, it would have only given him, somewhere in the 15th or maybe 13th range. So good to see. It's not always about average DraftKings points, but also where you rank in that specific field. All right, let's enter the weekly cheat sheet now, which is one of the cool factors, I think, in here. So Colin Morikawa's a good one to first start. We're sure. It's going to give you the recent form. It's going to give you the 7 weeks. It's going to give you the strokes gained putting for that same time frame. It's going to give you the course history. Then it's going to give you DraftKings points. DraftKings points may be a little bit different in terms of matching up with the exact field and so on, but wanted to bring that up there. Of course, it's going to give you your salaries and then the ownership as well. So this is just a quick way to be like, all right, what's going on with Lee Westwood this week? Maybe he's not a great guy because he doesn't play over here that much. We'll take Max Homa. Max Homa, what's he been going on? What's he done here? So on and so forth. I use it when I'm focusing in on specific players. And then the strokes gained database. This is another one I love. This is going to show me all of their starts on the PGA Tour, all the way back to last year's waste management. I can see when they get on runs, did they keep them, so on and so forth. Really good tool that I use. Of course, you can use it as well. All you got to do is download it to your own hard drive and save it there. So, okay. Next two tabs are the algorithm points and the make your own model. To change your make your own model to make your own, you go into these red tabs. Change the values in these red tabs to whatever you really want, giving each one of these blocks, these measures, some form of value. And when you're done with that, it's going to give you a total in R, and that will show up, of course, on the full model as well. So just a way for you to kind of decide what factors and weightings you'd like to put to each category. You think course history is the most important here? Put it to 100 and see what comes up. Okay, then I go into OWGR where you can actually see just more than the top 300. I put the top 600 on there. Then odds, I break that out if you're interested to go see the odds. Then, of course, the strokes gained rank by field. You can see over here, sure, it's nice to see that Tommy Fleetwood came in 13th last year. That actually ranks him 8th in the tournament. It's just something that I like to go and show and see. Next, we got other stat ranks where I talked about that a little bit on the homepage, but I give a ton more here in this one. Then finishing out approach proximity for 2 years, like I mentioned, 2019 and 20. In the recent form, I give 9 to 11 weeks, somewhere in that range, rather than the 6 weeks shown on the homepage. Similarly to course history, I give all the way back to 2013 instead of just 2015. Last two, DraftKings points and database model. Not only am I going to show you till the Sony, but I'm going to show you all the way back to last year's Charles Schwab, how many points they scored. And then lastly, my ownership projection model here, where I give you all of the ownerships all the way back to last year's Valero. So just a ton of information that you can find in this model. I allow you to take it all and download it and do with whatever you please with it. But now let's just go over, in the last couple of minutes here, or last minute or two, let's go over the base rating models, and then we'll give quickly on Awesemo's ownership. I'm going to hide it now just so you guys can focus on the model. So it's Tommy Fleetwood actually sneaks ahead of Rory McIlroy in the base rating. Hideki Matsuyama, Sungjae Im, Xander Schauffele, Adam Scott, Patrick Reed, Bryson DeChambeau, Mark Leishman, Henrik Stenson are the top 10. The best value on the board looks like Rafa Cabrera Bello and Ian Poulter. Similarly, in the make your own model, any difference here in our value picks? It's loading a little slowly. I'm sorry. Apologize. There we go. Okay, looks like our top guy is, again, well, looks like Abraham Answer checks in here, coming in at 24th. So, looks like the model does not necessarily like a ton of value this week, but that's no surprise to see how that comes out. All right, next, we are going to just now give you a little fresh peek at Awesemo's ownership this week. They are some of the best in the industry, and we're going to give you the top 10 here. So I'll zoom in. Take a look at some of the highest owned guys that we expect to be going on this week. So one of the most interesting talks that I've already had a little chat with Alex about is Rory McIlroy. He's got him in, coming in at 37% owned. Wowzers. That's crazy. Adam Scott above 20. Terrell Hatton close to 20. Abraham Answer also coming in close to 20, while Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, Billy Horschel, and Tony Finau checking in somewhere around the 15% range. Henrik Stenson, Sungjae Im, and Byung Hyun An, along with Patrick Rogers, just below 15%, rounding out the top 10 owned or expected owned this week from Awesemo.com. So we're going to bring my face back onto the screen here and tell you that if you're looking for more content, of course, check out my Rouslin's 3-ball. That gives you some bets for round one and some good round one sweats. And of course, if you're looking for a full breakdown, check out Ben Raza and I tonight, Wednesday night, 8:30 on the Awesemo YouTube channel. So until then, everybody, good luck at the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and hopefully Baby Yoda brings you some luck. Cheers, everybody.